And quickly to the United States, where yet again, Trump was right. Now, as you know, there have been thousands of people who have decided to make their way across the US-Mexico border, in part because they think that the new sheriff in town is rather soft, and I don't just mean in the brain. The assumption is that the Biden administration is much more open-hearted, much more welcoming to dreamers and any other code names that they give to people who cross the border illegally. You see, in Australia, we know the difference between legal immigration, which most people have either a direct family connection to or all of us understand the value of, but we also have a very hard stance when it comes to illegal immigration. You see, put simply, the number of illegal immigrants who enter any one country make it harder to create spaces for legal immigrants. It's not a crazy concept. But it's one that the left thought that was on their side. Remember, when Kamala Harris was just freshly elected as the vice president, and she was part of that new broom who wanted to offer hope to people in southern and central America that there was a new sheriff in town, and they care.
They don't want to leave the place where they grew up, where they speak the language, where they know the culture, the place where they're from, the place that is home. Most people don't want to leave home. My take on it is that we've got to, understanding that, we have to give people some sense of hope.
Whatever that means. Well, fast forward when Kamala Harris ended up being the person who the current President Biden made totally responsible for trying to deal with the problems at the southern border, where thousands of people are literally, among other things, throwing kids over the fences, over the wall with the beautiful little door, to be able to get into the United States. So in her first visit out of the United States as the vice president and inevitable president, because as if Joe's going to make 4 years, she was in Guatemala today, where the message, well, seemed a little more like John Howard than Bernie Sanders.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur. But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back.
You mean there's a difference between legal and illegal immigration? Who said that?
Now is the time for Congress to show the world that America is committed to ending illegal immigration and putting the ruthless coyotes, cartels, drug dealers, and human traffickers out of business.
That was the speech where, of course, that crazy lady, Nancy Pelosi, tore up that speech, a speech which now reflects exactly what Kamala Harris is now saying to people in Central America. And because at that point she thought she might end up being president, but ended up pulling out of the Democratic primary before a single person had voted, this was Kamala Harris and her reaction at the time. The sourpuss, cat lips, just disgraceful. Oh, it's just racist. And then she would go on to say exactly the same thing. There is a difference between legal and illegal immigration. Let's all say it together. Trump was right.